What's going on, everyone? Austin John Plays here, and today I'm going to be going over all the Wisp locations in the Coronet Highlands and the Alabaster Icelands, as well as the Spiritomb encounter for Pokemon Legends Arceus. I decided to make this one a combo episode because I typically do the Wisps at the end of an area. You can do it as soon as you get there. Sometimes you need the Pokemon ride from the next area. But for the Coronet Highlands and the Alabaster Icelands, as soon as you get access to the Alabaster Icelands, even before doing the Pokemon ride that's required for that area, you can get it. Anyways, Vesa, how we doing on these? We've collected 67 so far. There's exactly 40 left. There's going to be 20 on each of those two different maps that I mentioned before. This guide is going to be for anyone who either has gotten some of them, is missing a few of them, or special shout out to, hang on, what's their name? They tweeted me, to @Faeus, F-A-E-Y-A-S, who quoted my last video saying, unless you literally waited for my video, and they showed a picture of the first Wisp in the coastlands, saying that they were waiting for me to put out the video so they could get it. So shout out to you, and anyone else who has been waiting for me to go through the areas with you for the Wisps. MVPs, I love you guys. You're blessing my soul. Right here on the map is the location of all 20 of them. If you just want to screenshot this and figure it out on your own, go for it. I am going to recommend my method that I've been using. A quick summary is if you come over to this location and you see it and you get it, great. You're going to mark it with a different icon. I'm going to use Pokeballs. Or if you come over here and you don't see it, make it something else, like an ore icon. And then when you only have 2 remaining, you're like, okay, well, where are the 2? You know it's not the Pokeballs because you literally just got them. And the ore icons, it's probably one of them. Oh, I improperly labeled this one. This one actually isn't here. Instead, it is actually over here. That's where that's supposed to be. Great. In addition, while it's not required to have it nighttime for all of them to appear, they appear so much easier at night. I say just make it night. And first of all, we're going to come up here and we're going to grab this one at the Heaven Ward Lookout. This one is nice and out in the open, very easy to find. From the camp, I'm going to head the opposite direction to this small piece of land right next to the off-the-screen water path. Right here, right next to, oh, it's not an out-of-map water path. It's just a water dead end with a Golbat. Thanks, Golbat. From here, we're going to need to head inside of the Wayward Cave. I'm going to lighten this footage to make it much easier for you to see, because I know that this can be a little difficult on some mobile devices. You're going to want to make your way through the cave following with the torches being on your left, just like if you're strip mining in Minecraft. And once you come to the large empty room, climbing up this pathway and then continuing on, you are going to be finding the Alpha Crobat who likes to hang out over here. But in the same room, continuing onward, you're going to be finding in this little nook, the Wisp. Just to let you know, this is also accessible if you chose the water route. Does not really make a difference. Next up, from the mountain camp, we're going to be heading on top of the Wayward Cave. I mean, you could have also just come out this door, but I'm just going to do it that way. And right in the middle of the split waterfall, you are going to be finding this Wisp right here. The next Wisp that we're going to be finding is going to be located technically right here on the map underneath the ancient quarry in the Wayward Woods. I don't know the name of the structure, but it's the place that you walk through to get the Bronzor and the Bronzong. You may have been here for, you know, that earlier part of the story, but in any case, you're just going to come up here, climb up with Sneasler, and get yourself this Wisp. Coming out of the north exit of that small cave, which is going to be right about here, we're going to be finding this Wisp literally right up here. Ooh, I need an Alpha Teddiursa. And this one is right out in the open. That's a second Alpha Teddiursa. Wow. From here, we're going to climb up just a little bit more to this large overreach. I think this is the overreach which you can use to get Magnezone. Nope, I was wrong. The Magnezone one is up there. This one is a much lower one. From here, we're going to head to the middle of this small pond in the Clamberclaw Cliffs. Wow, that's a tongue twister. You're gonna be finding this tiny little pond, and right in the middle of the pond is this Wisp. Very nice. From here, we're gonna be heading out to the seaboard area. Pro tip, be careful with your strategic falling because it can go awry quite easily. But making our way out to over here, overlooking where Alpha Bronzong is located, you can get yourself this Wisp. By the way, quick little pro tip, If you look down there, I already got him, but there's a Galaxy team member who gives you, I don't know if it should be called a rare recipe or a hidden recipe or a bonus recipe, but he's down there. If you want a guide on all the Galaxy member locations, let me know. I mean, I do feel like there are some people who are just 100%ing this game just because, you know, you can. Next up, from the Moonview Arena, we're going to be heading on top of the Moonview Arena. This is going to be visible from where you helped quell the Frenzy Noble Electrode, as well as any other Pokemon you may have encountered in the Moonview Arena, if you're playing in the post-game. Boom, right out in the open. That was our 10th one. From here, we're going to head just directly east to above the Sacred Plaza. By the way, if you're doing this, keep your eye out on the moon. Because, you know, you are keeping it nighttime. You might as well keep an eye out on the moon. And if you do have a full moon, you may already have picked up the quest for the Clefairy's Moonlit Dance, in which you need to go down to here at the Fabled Spring. There's going to be literally an icon on the map. You have to inspect it. And then only if there's a full moon can you actually achieve that side quest. So keep an eye out for it. From here, we're going to just hop on down a little bit over to the area between the plaza and the ruins. And right here in the middle of this column? Archway? This piece of ruins, there's a Wisp. There you go. Also, be sure to get these treasure chests, especially if they're sparkling. It's also starting to look pretty light out. These haunters are probably going to despawn soon, and then it's going to be time to make it nighttime. The next one I'm going to be getting, because I went off to go sleep, going to be located right here, which is right next to where the Alpha Rhydon is located. Sorry, Rhyperior. Ow. I don't know why, but anytime that they do their cry, I instinctively just jump up, and then I get knocked out of the sky. There's going to be one more that should be visible, and it is going to be kind of between the last two locations. Right there, straight ahead. Can't miss it. I mean, you definitely can miss it, but don't miss it. And then you won't miss it. Pro tip, don't miss. With only a few more to go, we're going to be heading south to the Stonetooth Rose. You're going to be finding this one right out in the open, right next to all the Mischievous and Mismagius. Ooh! I would like that Alpha Mischievous. No, not you, Mismagius. The little one. It was right here. Where'd she go? Please, not right now. I don't know where the Alpha went. You guys saw it, right? It was definitely here. Alpha's supposed to be aggressive. It wouldn't have fled. Okay, seriously, where did it go? I have no idea where this thing went. I just reloaded my save, and I'm more interested on why it despawned than anything else. It's definitely an Alpha, just chilling right there. Y'all see it, okay? I'm not going crazy. I mean, not crazier than normal. Great news, we got it. In the Boulder Row Ravine from the one that we just got, we're going to be heading down over to this dead end. This is right next to where the Alpha Golem is hanging out. I also happen to have an Alpha Haunter. Nice random spawn for me. From here, I'm going to be heading directly east on top of this ledge over to this area where the Alpha Gyarados is hanging out. Helping out Norm with their satchel. And right next to the Alpha Gyarados, boom, got him. From here, we're going to head to the one that I improperly mislabeled, and then I corrected at the very beginning. And this one is located just on top of a cliff, fairly easily to see. We only have two remaining, down here at the Fabled Spring and next to the Fabled Spring. So let's head over to the Fabled Spring. As you're heading on the water, when you see this large bit right here, right before the small area where all the Clefairy are hanging out, we can just head up this big old mound, and we should be seeing it at the top. Fantastic. And the very last one is going to be located opposite of the short piece of river, past the Alpha Clefable, and I have an Alpha Bidoof showing up. It's always funny seeing a big, small Pokemon, and it's going to be located right here. Nice. We've collected all the Wisps in the area. Next up is the Alabaster Icelands. If you have not made your way here yet, feel free to save this video to watch for later. I can confirm you can do this without Braviary. You do not need Braviary to get all these Wisps. So if you want to do this as soon as possible to unlock Spiritomb and finally complete the bog, then there you go. First off, right by the entrance, we are going to be heading just right over to it. There it is. I'm like, I know it's visible. Is my map marker really that off? Yeah, my map marker was a little bit off, wasn't it? From here, we're going to head to the opposite side of the entrance. This one is going to be right next to the Snowfields camp, and in order to get to it, we're going to have to climb up with Sneasler. And this one is right out in the open, overlooking the Icelands. Next from here, we're going to head north just a little bit and making our way down to that location, kind of over where the cutaway through the mountain is going to be located. You're going to be finding it right here. From here, we're going to be heading directly west. And on top of this extremely high peak, which is located right here, you're going to be finding this Wisp. Very nice. 16 left. From here, we're going to go a short distance over to Avalanche Slopes, and you could even just see it from here. Also, I want to know, so leave a comment down below. Did you actually decide to do this as soon as you got here before Braviary? Or did you just beeline it right for Braviary because you knew that you would get the ability to fly and then you decided to do these? Let me know down below. Next up is going to be this one located all the way down here at the southwest and make your way in between the mounds at one of the lowest points possible. Boom, this Wisp. Nice. Next up, let's go from the Ice Peak camp. If you don't know, you head over here. There's a side request. Go to the other side of the river, come back, you unlock the Ice Peak camp. Great. The first one we're going to go to is, I think, the only one that requires you to know that you can break a boulder in the entire game. Oh no, in my original playthrough, I got this with Sneasler by just coming up here and then climbing on top. And if you get it just right, you can squeeze in there. Yep, squeeze in there. Or, of course, you know, just throw a Pokemon at it. Any Pokemon, level 1 Bidoof, can destroy those rocks. From here, we're going to look directly west and go over to the Glacier Terrace. And then on this long pathway that has the Apom here, hidden amongst the trees near one of the highest peaks, we are going to be finding this Wisp right here. I think it just became daytime, and that's the reason I had to get really close to see it. From here, we're going to start to head a little bit south and west to grab these 3 that are going around Avalug's Legacy. From the Ice Peak camp, it's just a quick little deer ride over and you're good to go. Next, we're going to head directly south to this pin, typically where all these Machokes are hanging out, and I believe the Alpha Machamp is right over there if we just walk on over and zone him in. Alpha Machamp? Yeah, there he is. If you look down, you're going to be seeing it. Very easy to see. 10 Wisps remain. Now we're going to head back up the mountain toward the Ice Peak Arena's entrance. If you're looking at the entrance to the Ice Peak Arena, if you look over to the left on one of these ledges where these Berg might like to hang out, boom, Wisp. Next up, from the Pearl Settlement, when you fly in, you're going to be facing this house right here. If you just go behind the house, you're going to be finding this Wisp. Probably one of the better hidden ones in the game. From here, we're going to be climbing up to the Snow Point Temple. From the entrance of the Snow Point Temple, if you head to the left, you're going to be seeing it up on this snowbank. Next, we're going inside of the Snow Point Temple, and we're going to be heading up to the 2nd floor. By the way, pro tip, if you haven't done this, then the statues on this floor don't matter. Just go to the 2nd floor. Continuing from the first quiz, you're going to be heading into this room. You do need to answer the first door quiz and make a quick sharp left, and you can find this Wisp right here. Just a quick little recap. After the room with the 3 statues, when walking into the room with more than 3 statues, turning left, it will be there. I love that I can fast travel from Snow Point Temple to a fast travel point. So great. Next up, there's one at the top here by Lake Acuity. Let's go grab that. If we look over to the waterfall, we can find this Wisp right here. For reference, this is not the one with the Alpha Chimecho. He's located on the other one. Next, we're going to be heading over to Avalug's Legacy, which if you're up here with me, you can just hop off, and as long as you land in the water, you turn to fish. Here in Avalug's Legacy, overlooking the very large piece of ice in the middle on one of the much smaller pieces of ice, you're going to be finding this Wisp, once again located right here. From here, we're just going to head a little southeast. On top of this large Mufasa-looking cliff over here, we're going to be finding this Wisp. Right? Mufasa went on top of the cliff, pulled up Simba. That was a thing? Okay. Next up, we're going to continue east and up this cliff, located here in Heart's Crag, nice and out, available in the open, overlooking the waterfall. There you go. We only have 2 left right in the middle of Avalug's Legacy. One of them is going to be located right here on a very small cliff that you can easily scale. Very nice. And another one is located exactly where we are, except underground. So let me go find the hole, and let me tell you where the hole is. The hole is going to be located right here. Oh, it's visible on the map. Cool. Hopping down the hole, this is a large interwoven cave, as opposed to the small ones that just have one dead end. We're going to make a left. You're going to be seeing these pillars here in the middle. We're going to be making another left. So enter the hole, make 2 lefts, and you're going to be finding this one right here. And we've collected all the Wisps in the entire game. Time to report back to Vesa. Now that we're back in town with all 107 wisps so far, are there more? We get the reward for 70, which is a Reaper Cloth. Very nice. 80 is going to be 3 Seeds of Mastery. Cool, I'm going to sell those. 90 is going to be 2 extra large experience candies. Sweet. This is my first time getting one. Okay. 100 is going to be 3 Grit Rocks. And then we got a cutscene for 107. I can't thank you enough. Now we could finally seal away the havoc-wrecking bundle of mischief once more. But we'll need to go to the Shrouded Ruins. That's the only place the sealing will work. We should meet there at the same time of day as when we first met. Hope you remember. You hope I remember the time of day that we met? Because I'm pretty sure in the top right corner, it says, go there at night. Making our way to the Crimson Mirelands and the Brava Arena, you're going to want to get on Weirdier and just run straight ahead. I got some wood, very nice. If you have Braviary, you could fly here. If not, you're just going to fall down a little bit. This is going to be triggering Spiritomb's static spawn. And after this point in time, Spiritomb has a very rare chance of spawning as one of 3 Pokemon right here in front of the little statue. Less than 1%. And in addition to that, less than 0.5%, you have a chance to find an Alpha Spiritomb. So it's your option on what you want to do there. Vesta's nowhere to be seen. I'm not here at night. Okay, it's nighttime, and now the cutscene ensues. Austin John, I'm glad you came. First of all, a confession. I may have told you one teeny tiny lie. About these wisps, there's actually 108 of them. I've been holding on to the last one. Could you put it in the old Keystone with the others? Yeah, but wait. Before that, well, Austin John, what do you think of me? Bro, I don't even know you. Really? Even after gathering 107 wisps? Well, it's fine. We have time, after all. Here it goes. The final wisp. After this, the traveler who used the strange magic will finally forgive me, right? What? Close your eyes for a sec, would you? Is she Spiritomb? Well, she's gone now. Nothing to be worried about, right? Hey, look! It's the last wisp. Receive the last wisp. The odd keystone is glowing. Big statue's not glowing. The odd keystone disappeared without a trace. Oh no. Making you gather all those wisps was my last bit of mischief. Thanks for playing along. Please, don't forget about me. Request 22, complete. Have some radishes, dog. You sense the presence of a strange Pokemon. Oh no, it's Spiritomb! Oh, I guess I should battle it for the thumbnail, right? Okay, we battled it. I'm curious, what happens if I knock it out? Because I know there's gonna be someone that's like, oh, I knocked it out, what do I do? Do you seriously have to like go for the 1% encounter, the less than 1% encounter if you do knock it out? I turned autosaves off. If I zone out, zone back, and come back, is it still going to be the one still same staged Spiritomb? Still the one staged Spiritomb is going to be here. Well, that's neat. I think that's what happened with my Phione. I ran into the random Phione, but I think it was still part of the staged encounter. Like you're guaranteed to catch it. It's just going to keep being here until you do catch it. Also, this is interesting. It's not here in the Pokedex for this area. Fortunately, there is no Pokedex completion for defeating it. Only catching one is going to give you credit. By the way, I traded my Spiritomb from the other game that I, the 1% random catch that I did when I did the rare Pokemon video. So I already completed its Dex entry, but yeah, it looks like it's just going to remain here until you do it. And I think just like the shiny Ponyta, should I keep it here? You know what? Let's keep it here. As a fun little reminder of all 107 wisps that we did and helped out. What was her name already? Vanessa? Vesa? I think it's Vesa. Oh, like a vessel. I get it. I get it now. It's a pun. Well, there we go. That's how you're going to be getting Spiritomb and the final Wisps in Pokemon Legends Arceus. If you found this series helpful, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button down below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. Until next time, Austin John out.